Okay, so I've been going about 3 hours now. It's 4, so I've been going for about it's 1400. I've been going for about 3 hours, and I'd keep going, but honestly, like, I'm caught in the shadow of the ridge that I'm behind right now, and so it's gonna get dark here sooner. It's already pretty cold, because originally I was hiking, in the sun, and it was fine. And there's still sunlight over there, and that's nice, but over here it's cold. But I was looking down and I saw this kind of flat area, and I heard all the water. And actually, down there, this is a whole like stream that goes all the way up, and I think it'll be pretty cool. Obviously, people have used this place before, so I think it'll probably be pretty solid. So I'm about to kind of get a move on and set up my tent. Let's come down here. I mean, I definitely see a rock right there, but I can actually get the stake into the ground over here. So let's try it out over here instead, because this just overall looks a little rockier. The main reason I'm stopping so early, which I think I kind of already explained, is just first time out by myself, first time setting up this tent, and it's fall going towards winter, so it's gonna get dark soon. This was a place I'd been before, maybe something I'd done by myself more, or a tent I knew better. Then maybe I would actually keep going for a while. My goal in coming out here was to hit up a place, set you down there, called Cold Mountain, and I'm not entirely certain if I missed it or not. I mean, I'm staying to the trail, so I'm not lost or anything, but it's not been super obvious whether or not I actually passed by Cold Mountain. I mean, I definitely summited a ridge. The thing is, this is North Carolina. The highest mountain around is only like 6,500 feet. So they're not even that tall, really. So it's hard to determine when you might have gone up one. I mean, that ain't bad. Smallish, but should do. It might have been able to be bigger, to be honest. I don't know that I actually have it. I mean, it looks mostly like it's at its full capacity. It is kind of spooky being out by yourself for the first time, but I think it's gonna be fun. I don't know what this is. Is this supposed to go somewhere? Your sides of the rainfly to the poles. Okay, so this is the rainfly. Technically, from when I was looking at the weather earlier this week, there was a chance of rain, and then it went away, and now the chance is only on Sunday, and it's Thursday, so I shouldn't have to worry too much. But at the same time, I've heard plenty from people about hiking this trail, which is Art Loeb here in North Carolina. Plenty of people have said that they hiked it the entire time in the rain, so I'd definitely rather be safe than sorry, especially because it's going to be cold. So that'll probably provide a little bit of insulation as well, but overall I just don't want to have to wake up and try to do it in the middle of the night. when it's becoming a monsoon. So yeah, for now I think I'm gonna go till I get the camp a little more set up with my stove and everything else like that. So we'll end this with a little bit of a shot of the bubbling brook, stream, whatever you want to call it. I like that over there. That'll be good for water as well. I can go get some water to boil. But anyways, for now, bye. Okay, so, I'm sorry, my neck felt weird. Got the whole tent set up, got the sleeping pad in here, got the sleeping bag in here, rain thing on it. I saw a couple who were hiking with their 2 dogs. Looks like they might have been doing a day hike or something, which is nice. And so, happy Thanksgiving. And I said you too, so nice people. Now I'm about to play around with this because I have not actually used it yet as well. So, if all goes well with this, it'll work. If all doesn't go well with this, it won't work, and I'll be left eating cold things. Unless I decide to try to get a fire going. Which is a possibility, but for now, let's see if I can just get things boiling. Positive connection. Tight. Oh, I was supposed to light that before attaching part. Okay. There's definitely a flame going. And you just attach. I don't know what it's kind of bubbling up there, but turn it down a little bit. I guess for starters, I got some water earlier that, I put it in my, sorry, I know you can't see me. Put it in my life straw thing, decided it would be a bit of an emergency reserve if it came down to me needing it. So let's maybe I should have put this in there before starting it all. Whoopsie daisy. Anyway, it's the first time. I gotta get used to it, of course. So I'll let that get to boiling when we do that. I'll get a couple of things. It just makes me feel better if it's on like a flatter surface, which now it is. Before it was kinda, it was stable, but it was on a slanted surface. I just didn't like that. So anyway, I'm gonna untuck my shirt, be casual. Tuck my shirt in because the waist straps on that kind of rub against you while you're hiking, so it's important not to be more uncomfortable than I need to be. Anyways, well, that's going. Your food things need to pop out. Oh hey, look at that, no time at all, already boiling. I call that a success. Let's get the GoPro set back up for said success. So it's actually got a lid. It's a little muddy over here. That's really bad. Turn this and figure out the control. Let's go ahead and turn it down, get it to where it's not trying to absolutely kill everything. There you go. Okay. So we're going to set that down real quick. I actually need to open the tea up. It's my first time doing this tea thing. I like tea. And this is a Russian black tea that I got from one of my teaching team whenever I was learning Russian. And I just haven't tried it yet, so still nicely warm water. Let's go ahead and hold on. Place it so it has the spout in a usable position. I guess I'd want to put the infuser in there first, and then pour the tea. Yep. From my understanding, you just kind of infuse that shit. Alright. Thank you. Take my tea. I'm gonna let it cool a little bit first. I don't want to drink it absolutely scalding, but I'm gonna kind of chill out a little bit, maybe listen to an audiobook, because I forgot to bring an actual book. That's my bad. But I will be back with probably this little stream in a little bit. But for now, bye-bye. Don't want to get the fire started now. It's still kind of early. It's only 3:20. And because of that, I don't want to get it started too early, because then I'll have to maintain it for a while. I think I might get it started closer to dark time, because I've been processing a bit of wood, which I've got a new knife just for that purpose, this knife. And it's a big knife. It's a big, thick blade. Big handle overall. It's just a big knife, and it absolutely just cleaves through wood. By Off Grid Knives. That's a brand right there. Liked it a ton. I really enjoy this knife. Right now I actually see another tree that I might take down with it, because I actually hacked down just with this. I didn't get anything to help it. It's just I just used this, and I was able to chop down a tree about that big, maybe about the size of a $50 or $1, a silver dollar. But it was good. I like it. It's in a fire pit that's already here. I don't know if it's a sanctioned fire pit, but it's already here and I didn't make it, which means I'm not technically breaking any rules. And there's already like some burnt bits of wood in it and around it, so I want to burn those as well. There's plenty of wood around. The biggest issue, the biggest issue is just that I don't necessarily want to haul a bunch of logs over here. Like, I'm not trying to make a fire to last necessarily the whole night. I stopped a little early today at about 3 miles, a little over 3 miles. But I did give myself 4 days to do 15. So really, I'm not doing bad. That leaves 12 miles for the other 3 days. And that's not a tall order in the least. Especially because the return trip out of here isn't going to be back along this trail, I don't think. I'm going to try to loop back around as best I can figure it out. But if nothing else, I will just go out another day, because realistically I think going out, if by like the middle of Saturday I don't feel like I'm going the right direction, I will probably then loop around. Either way, it's chilly. I've had tea. Tea is very good. It's very citrusy. It's a black tea, but there's a lot of citrus in it. It smells kind of like orange and lemon. Very nice. Well, more lemony than orange, and I really like it. It's really good. So I'm happy with it. Happy with my knife I bought. Happy with this stuff so far. It literally, like, it's definitely blocking wind because it feels a lot warmer in here than it does out there. Because when I was sitting like just a little bit outside of this, I was actually getting cold, but in here it feels good. So I'm having fun. Like I said, bedded down a little early, but that's just giving me plenty of opportunity to decide kind of how camping and adventuring I want to be. So I think that is going to culminate in a campfire. And if it does, you'll definitely see. It's gone cold now. Well, good while it lasted. So, I said I would be back with a fire, and I am. Honestly, it wasn't that hard to light. Worked from the first try, so beginner's luck, whatever. Of course, the smoke. I didn't think about the wind. The smoke's drifting straight up my tent. But I'm just kind of happy that I got the fire going. Still small right now because I only started it a couple minutes ago, but kind of letting some of that burn down before I add on some more. That way I don't just completely smother it, but we have fire. Yeah. So, for dinner, this entire trip, I decided to make it a little Thanksgiving theme because Thanksgiving is today. So we got some garlic mashed potatoes and some baked beans. Not super Thanksgiving-y, but it'll do. Water on there to boil. So I'm gonna heat these up first, and then get them ready, and then we'll just throw in the beans and heat that up. And I think it'll be a good time. I don't know if you can see them way out there, because a couple of them are in darker clothing. There's a few people out there. I feel like I'm hearing some like clinking coming from that direction, but it could just be from them. This water is a-boiling. Oh, actually it's not. Oh yeah, it's boiling. It's not rolling. I'll add some more gas to it so I can get oil. But at least so far. You see, there we go. Now we got some hot water going. Lower it back down a little bit. I'm gonna keep going for a few minutes. Hey! Anyways, this is about ready, so let's go ahead and remove it. It's not super exciting, but it's patatas, so isn't it though? think I got it just right with the water. Oh. You know, some might say 4 servings of potatoes is a little much for one person, but I don't like to talk to those people. Also, definitely should have considered knocking the plate off before I actually put these on here. Potatoes are just delicious. Shout out to my girlfriend for the recommendation, by the way. She helped me pick that out in the store. And the great thing about these beans is they won't need long. They just need to get warm. Definitely don't want to scorch them to the bottom of the pan. Just want to get them a little warm. See, 2 for 3. It's better to cook it. Let's go ahead and turn that all the way down. Okay. I'm just gonna mix all this together, which is my favorite way to eat mashed potatoes and baked beans. Another good way about cooking, a good thing about cooking the potatoes first, is that then the baked beans kind of help collect any other bits of it that you couldn't really scoop out as they cook. What's this? Self-cleaning my back while it's leaning over. So let's close that up. And bon appetit. See? That's nice. I really like that. Might make more tea later. I could actually make tea just in the cup. Yeah, let's do that. No. Oh, that's still warm. It really sucks because apparently when I made that peak earlier, I actually got a cell reception, because when I checked my phone when I got here, I had a text message from my girlfriend, and it sucks. I wish I'd checked when I was there and known. I told her that it was all going well, but it is what it is, I guess. Thinking about this, actually, these things are probably going to get a little warm. The gloves are over there. I'll grab the gloves real quick. That's why I should keep things on me. Like these things. Just to kind of speed up the process. I don't really need it boiling. I just like it warm. So I'm going to get it to where I can start to see that it's obviously hot. Well, really? It's not. Some bubbles starting to rise. Turn down there, little buddy. That's off. Do the tea thing. I'm not so good with this tea infuser stuff. So far I've gotten a ton of leaves in my tea. But, that's okay. I'll get better with time, right? Well, I'm gonna eat. Be back later. Well, it's 8 in the morning. And you know, it's never a trip with me, especially unless there's a slight crisis. So, I lost my glasses, which, not the biggest thing, technically, moving through the woods, but slightly bigger considering I do have to drive home. But, no, I found them. They were just in the sleeping bag. And I think what I'm going to do next time is, there's this little hook right here. So the other battery died. But yeah, I think next time I'll like hang them up or something, that way I don't have to worry about it. I just kind of moved all my stuff in here because I had room at the head of this thing, because I'm kind of on a hill, and so there was a slight shift downwards as I slept, but overall it just had space to actually have that in there and still have me completely stretched out, so it wasn't bad. First night wasn't bad. I mean, of course, because it finally actually started getting dark at like 6. Like, it was dark at 6. And I had already kind of laid down in here probably about like 5:30 or so. And so I laid there listening to an audiobook, and it allowed it to be a little spooky for a little while, because I was just laying there and like you could hear, you know, stuff happening outside, but of course nothing really happened. It was just mostly the wind. There's the river creek right next to me, so that's just going, which actually I found nice. I like the sound of it while I was sleeping. But yeah, I have an inflatable pad under me, and I found out that like it works really well for sure. It definitely keeps you insulated, because like there are a couple times where like I might have put my foot like in the sleeping bag, just kind of like off to the side of it. It was so cold whenever I would. And so the sleeping bag's good, the pad's good, the pillow. So I got this little inflatable pillow, and it was really good. It worked really well. And yeah, I like the tent. I mean, because it's definitely like, it's kind of cold right now. I'm gonna put my jacket on and get breakfast made, but I can only imagine how cold it is outside. So, get some socks on, put my boots on, and get to work before we start this next day. What's up? Okay, so got my boots on and my jacket on. Let's get the first look of the day going. Let's look at this. Birds. Break out of my shell here. That's a beautiful morning. Chilly. Oh, but beautiful. Glad to see. I mean, I left this out just because I wasn't gonna keep the explodable thing in with me, where I might be able to accidentally turn on the gas on it and leave it on. But I mean, it's cold, I know. So here, since I've been here, which isn't very long, but the coldest times of the day tend to be about right now. They're usually like from 5 to 8, so it should start to heat up. But it's for sure a little chilly, so let me get my tripod out so I can set you down and put my jacket, and then we're gonna go on a small adventure. Yeah, I can go. So, last night I had hung my trash up a little ways away from where I had actually set up my tent, just for safety precautions. I mean, one good thing about it being the time of year it is even though I'm by a creek and everything, no bugs, haven't had to deal with anything like that, which I'm thankful for. I'm thinking that I will probably be trying to pick up and start again on the trail at around, I don't know, 10 o'clock at the latest, just because making good progress. I did look at the map last night and I've determined that I could not have passed Cold Mountain. I don't know why I even thought I could have, because Cold Mountain is at the 5.5 mile marker, so today it'll probably be within my first couple of hours I'll probably hit it. But yeah, I don't know why I was thinking at all that I should have hit it yesterday. Just, I think confusion the first time out, you know, getting a little afraid that I'm already off track or something. But yeah, I'm gonna get my trash down here, hike back up to the tent, get breakfast going, and then we might head down into this creek. I washed some dishes off in the creek yesterday, and oof, it's ice cold. Even like during the day, it was ice cold. So it's refreshing feeling, but right now, oof, I don't know how much I'm looking forward to it, but I do want to see if I can get some decent shots down there. So for now, that'll be all. You know, look down there, and it just absolutely gorgeous. So, I actually have my breakfast of oatmeal, which I think I put too much water in, and tea ready. Just letting the tea diffuse, letting both of them kind of cool down a bit. Probably give them about 15 minutes to cool off. But yeah, I think the plan for today is follow the trail. Because yesterday, like I said, I just kind of got scared. I didn't want to be caught out here in the dark without knowing like a good place to stop. Because I mean, like, I wasn't going to try to just set up my tent on the trail, but at the same time I didn't want to be having to try to figure out where I was going to be with it dark. I mean, I have a flashlight. It wouldn't have been the worst, but it still would have just been inconvenient to say the least. Speaking of scared, last night, it was about the time when I was either getting ready to bed down, or I was still messing around with the fire or something. I heard some howling off in the distance, and I know that there are people here with their dogs, so I wasn't like super duper upset about it, but it definitely it was a little something to hear as it's starting to get dark, and I was just like, well, I certainly hope they don't come my direction. But in the fire, the reason I don't really talk more about it or didn't have a whole lot to show with it is because, of course, hubris. I had gotten it started and going and everything, and it was going well, and I think I just added maybe a bit too many. Like, I started upsizing a little too quick, and it just didn't take to the wood that I'd put on it. I think I just put it out because I put too much on there too fast, and then I got it restarted a couple times, but it just wasn't worth it in the end. Like, the little bits of time that I had it were nice. I never got it really big enough to actually be able to like provide warmth or anything though, so that's why I just said whatever. I did poke my head out and look up at the stars once last night. I'm also trying out my flashlight last night out here, looking around, bright as the sun. I was able to see like all the way down this little path, but pretty much as far as I can see in the daytime. I was able to see that far at night. Oh, and there's some other little hikers going by. But yeah. I will be getting done with breakfast and packing up and moving on. Yeah. Okay, so I'm here finally down by the creek that I continued to talk about getting pictures at, because I want to get pictures at it. Really, I should have came down here yesterday and done this. But I still have a solid bit of time before I'm looking to head up. I just think it's really nice. And I mean, like, it continues up that way for a good while. And I actually feel better about being at this creek after looking at the map. Because first of all, I saw that there's no way that I should have passed or even hit Cold Mountain yet. But I also saw that this little creek's not even on the map. So it's probably just too small. There's probably nothing, no reason to name it. But it is nice. I just think it's pretty. And so, almost fell. We're gonna get some, just some video of it, I guess. And then this here is actually the particular bit that I had been using for rinsing. Just because the stream, while that's like rushing and stuff like that, I do feel like this stream is actually more powerful. And that might just be because it's more concentrated. I don't know. But I think that's enough splashing around in the creek for now. If I find any more cool water, I'll definitely get into it probably. There's these little kind of pools down there. It's just, creeks are so nice. When you find nice creeks, they have tons of good places for pictures, and you can find nice rocks on them and stuff, but for now, I think that's good. So, I'll leave you off with one more nice shot. So, this is where all my stuff was. There's where all my stuff is. Before, I actually had all this stuff inside of the pack because I didn't realize that it came with the ability to pack it on the outside. And, excuse me, I just get a little out of breath because I just climbed up from filling the water bottle down here. It's not necessarily a super steep climb, but it's enough. But But yeah, so I packed it like that, and I'm thinking that it actually might make a bit of a difference today in how the pack feels on me, because I did a little test fit, put it on, and it felt pretty good overall. So I'm hoping that it'll just help at all, because it wasn't really uncomfortable yesterday, but it definitely could have been a little more comfortable, and that feels on first impressions more comfortable. So we'll see, try it out today. If it's better like that, then I'm for sure gonna keep packing it like that. But it is 9:50, so pretty much right on schedule to get going. Still no sunlight hitting here. You can see it out there in the distance, and I'll be hiking towards it because that's the direction I'm going. I'll be going back up to a trail here, across the creek, and then further on that way towards that direction. So hopefully I hit the sunlight soon. I'm gonna take the jacket off before I get started, just because I don't feel like sweating that much. But see you in a little bit. Okay, so decided to get my head mount out because I don't know, I felt like the area I was going through looks kind of nice. This is a lot more, I guess, say woodsy, foresty than I mean, because like I've been going through woods, but it's all been pretty bare. Haven't really seen this much green. So I thought you guys could share in my suffering while looking at how pretty everything is. I will say, having packed the pack differently, it does feel better. I think, I don't know, because I've only been going for 10 minutes or so, but overall, I think it already feels better. And, oh, it's so bright over here. The sun, right up there. It'll be my first time being in it. In about a little over 21 hours, depending on when I actually get to be in it. Hopefully soon. That was the right choice. Taking off the jacket, of course. I'm already sweating. Also had a little fall earlier, which was fun. Nothing drastic, just took a small slide after I crossed over the river, creek thing. I keep on calling it a river. It's more of a creek than a river, but whatever. This is pretty enjoyable. One thing that is reassuring, as I was checking the map yesterday, I have the elevation on it charted out, and once I hit the 5 mile marker, the next 10.25 miles that I'd have left are all downhill, with only one spike that goes slightly uphill, which is Shining Rock. And that's all assuming I actually make it to where I'm supposed to. I hear another stream, something over there. I hear water. Yeah, so yeah, it's reassuring to know that in only about an hour or two, I won't have to deal with much of an uphill climb anymore. That doesn't mean it'll all be easy, but it does mean I'll have a little bit of an easier time. 'Cause who doesn't like going downhill? Whew. Oh dear. Making slightly frequent stops just because I'm not in a hurry. I've decided today that I'm going to start looking for shelter at 4 instead of so early, because I realized that even if I'm in the shadow of one of these, I'll still be waiting until one of these ridges. I'll still be waiting till something like, I don't know, 6 for it to actually be dark. And it didn't take long to set up all my stuff the first time, and that was with reading instructions and stuff, so I'm hopeful that I can have a repeat of that. It was also very easy to get everything packed away which was nice because, you know, sometimes you pack something when you have a lot of time and then you unpack it, comes time to repack it, and it just sucks. But that didn't happen. If anything, it was easier. Oh, a bit flat after this, which not super steep. I just got probably 40 to 50 pounds on my back, which could be a mistake for my first time. But you know what? I'm already here. I'm not going to turn around now. Oop. I've been caught. Let's see. Where's the hood? There's those. The jacket got caught on some stuff. Now it's all kind of disheveled. Oh, that's annoying. But, I mean, overall, there we go. It's all still on the bag, so that's what matters. Okay, continuing. I like patches like this, where it's mostly downhill or level. There's so few and far in between here though. But I think I'm gonna leave this one here because it's just you listening to me sucking wind. So this is a quick video. I climbed up here. This is the top of Cold Mountain. And summited it. Happy about that. I'm really hungry though. And I forgot to bring any food with me, so I'm pretty low energy. I got up here and took about a half-hour nap. I chilled up here for probably a little over half an hour total, but right now I just want to get back to the base, set up camp, and eat. So unfortunately lackluster little congratulatory look-see here, but man, it is beautiful.